On 13 here, and today I got an amazing video for you. Well, I think it's amazing. Honestly, this channel is sort of just like all the cool shit that I like to buy for a decent price and add value to my life, basically. And I'm showcasing it. So, today what are we doing? We're unboxing the Joying Android head unit. It's the 7-inch unit with a 1024 by 600 resolution. So this is the higher resolution head unit. And I got this for my car. You know, my car is a Lincoln Town car, and it's a 2004 Ultimate, and it came with a decent sound system, the nicest at the time that they had. The very next year, they upgraded to a THX surround sound audio system with 11 speakers, 450 watts. It was crazy. So I didn't get that because I wanted the 2004. So as a result, I have the decent sound system, and doesn't have a great EQ at all. It's a 3-band, and it sounds pretty good. I mean, very good even. But that wasn't the issue. The issue is all I have is a CD player and a cassette player. Not even a CD changer, just a CD player, single disc, and a cassette player, and no aux. No town car actually ever offered aux. So for me, that's a problem because I can't put my own media on the system because there is basically no system. I can't plug in directly to aux. I have to use a cassette adapter. And I was thinking about, and here's the reason why I've been hesitant to get a head unit for the longest time, is I want to keep things looking stock. I really, especially on the town car, because of the way that the dash is set up, it flows very well, especially when you have the standard head unit that's just not the touchscreen nav, but the standard. It literally fits in perfectly. The colors are the same. It's like a grayish matte finish, soft touch matte finish, and it's all together. So like on most cars, the head unit is a separate thing from the climate controls and whatever else is on the dash. On the town car, it goes analog clock, head unit, and climate control, and they're all in the same stack. So they're all stacked on top of each other in the same design element. So they all look like they're together. And the problem is, I have yet to find, until now, a head unit that even looked close, right? That even looked like it would match. They were all really dark black, or they had glossy plastic on the front, which I always hated. You know, some of them I was so close to buying some of these other head units, but what stopped me was the glossy face that they would have, because there aren't a lot of alternatives. I could try doing some plasti dip stuff on there, but it would look wrong, you know what I mean? So what I got here is a Joying Android head unit, and this is a quad-core, 1 gig of RAM. So it's packing some decent stuff. It's got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS. So this is everything, and it cost me less than one of those other proprietary ones that doesn't run. It runs a proprietary software or a version of like Windows CE or something like that. This is Android 4.4.4. So this is totally configurable. You can see here, in case you actually like this thing after I'm done unboxing it, this is what I got. And again, I'm also going to be doing an install / post-install video of this, hopefully. But here you go. Here's the greeting card. And again, while this is a Chinese company, and honestly, the videos the guy does on YouTube, they have a channel on YouTube. The videos the guy does and the work that the way he answers questions on Amazon, it's very clear English is like his 5th language, right? But at the same time, they're very honest, and I've dealt with a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people online, especially one guy who had the lower resolution, older dual-core version of this thing in his car, and he's dealt with the company directly, and they're very, very good with customer service. So if you have any issues, that's why I went with this, because there's all kinds of Chinese companies out there pumping this stuff out, but most of them don't have any customer service, and that's really what sets it apart. I mean, let's face it. In today's world, any electronic you get is probably going to be way shittier than if it had been manufactured in the 50s. Now, in the 50s, they also had to use like vacuum tubes and shit, but that's not the point. The point is, it would be way better quality then than now. But the key difference in today's isn't the product quality so much. I mean, unless it's like a really shitty end. The issue is customer service, right? So what is the after what's the after service after you purchase the device? So anyway, I'm talking too much, but I'm going to show you what's in the box. So here we have, after the greeting card, which has got this little thing on it, there comes with a separate mic, because it has obviously speakerphone capabilities. Now, the thing is, from what I've heard, is the only thing, the downside to this thing, is that the mic is not very good, and this doesn't really help it at all, because the issue isn't necessarily the mic quality, it's the input into the Bluetooth module. And I think that's why it translates poorly, and so there's a little bit of popping on the other end. But from what I understand, people were still able to understand you on the other end. So here is mounting screws, and this is the GPS antenna. And then they even include a double-din trim piece here, which I actually think might look better than the one I got. I got this kit from Metra for the town car. You can see that. I also got the appropriate harness. If you have a Ford vehicle and it has a premium audio system, in my case I have a Lincoln, it's a Ford vehicle, and it's got a premium audio system, you're going to need a amp hookup like this that helps to wire in the rear sub amp. I have a rear external amp in the car. It's the stock system. So there's this piece. This will probably fit better in the town car, but we'll have to see if this head unit will fit. If not, this works great too. Here's the manual. Very generic. Yeah, I can take a look at it. Please read the manual carefully before installation. I'm actually surprised looking through this. There isn't a whole lot of Chinglish. So I have to say, props to Joying, or Car Joying, whatever. I swear Joying is actually Chinese for something, and it's not just they didn't know how to say joy, but you know, who knows. This is a very good manual, so I'll probably be referencing this at a later point to show you some of the features. But props to Joying there. Now we'll get the head unit. And the thing is, because this doesn't have a CD player, or CD changer, or DVD player, mainly because I've never, the only reason I've used CDs in my car is because I don't have aux. If I had aux in my car, I would never have used a CD. So this thing is quite light, which, you know, I'm always a fan of, you know, weight savings. So this even comes with, this is the, I guess, the stock harness. I'm not sure what this is, or if it'll even fit on my car. We're going to have to take a look here. But I'm going to move this box out of the way. And undo this. Undo this. Alright, now here is the head unit. I'm going to undo the tape here. Take a look at it. So it's got the Wi-Fi antenna here. I'll show you the back once I pull it out. So here we go. So this gives us a bit of the routing diagram here. So the harness I saw before, that is the harness that's needed to hook up. So be interesting to see how that all translates. And here you go. Here's all the connectors in the back. You have your audio connectors. This is the factory connector. There's your GPS antenna connector, and they all have these little rubber caps on top to protect it. In addition, this is the mic right here. This is the mic input, and then there's a single USB port, I think. Actually, no, just kidding. There's two USB ports, as you can see. This is the Wi-Fi antenna. I'm sure if you stuck something in there, you could probably make it stronger, but I think that's cut to the appropriate length. And then you can look on the front face here, and I have to say, you know, I do like this quality, and I think that it'll look, while a little bit darker than my dash, that is pretty close. If they didn't have the chrome trim pieces and the little tiny chrome surround on the volume knob, it would be perfect. But as it is now, this is pretty damn close. This is the microphone up here that's built in. you can also use the other one. I'll do some tests to see exactly what the quality's like. I wish I could hook this up and power it up. I'm just going to look at the harness real quick because I'm actually going to have to be doing some soldering with my Metro connectors harness right here. But let's just see what's included here. So this is the man, why is that all spongy? Is that supposed to be like that? I got no idea. So that hooks up here. So this is the ISO cable. I'm just seeing here. I have very little experience, if any, with car audio or like wiring like this. So I'm just gonna hook it up into the back. Let me just see here. Make sure those pins are set correctly. Alright, so this harness goes into the back, and I'm just going to see here, because this is the Ford Amp Premium Audio Harness. Now if this doesn't fit, well, if this doesn't translate here, so what's going to happen is basically this is going to connect into one of the connectors in the back of my dash, and this is going to connect to the main connector, which actually has my steering wheel controls and all that. And then this is going to be fed to the head unit here. So technically, I'm describing it wrong because it's the head unit feeding into the thing. But in terms of the direction of the connectors, the car's connectors will feed into this. And they will. I'm gonna have to splice into this harness. So so this connector is probably gonna have to get cut off, and then I'm just gonna solder manually to all these wires here. But anyway, guys, this has been the unboxing of the Joying 7-inch 1024 by 600 resolution Android 4.4.4 head unit. I really hope the next video I can show you exactly how awesome it is. If it is as awesome as everyone I've talked to has told me it is. If it isn't, you'll probably see a video of me sending it back. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like if you liked it, ask questions if you have any, and you can subscribe if you think I'm cool.